Okay, let me get this started by saying that the last tutorial wasn't really meant to teach you anything. Now, I made that video kind of for fun. I mean, it did give you a few good tips, but they were just a bunch of fun clips that I had, and that I was just saving up, and I just really wanted to use them, so yeah. Okay, first thing is you got to get comfortable, okay? Now, I mentioned this in the last video, and I was kind of joking, but now I'm being serious. When you first start, you need to organize your inventory, make sure you know exactly what's happening with your inventory and your items aren't scattered around, make sure it's all the way you want them to be. I also don't want you to forget that you should definitely use Combat Pro. I said this in the last video, I'm just saying it again. Use Combat Pro. Please use Combat Pro. I want you to get used to the controls, make sure you know where your building is, make sure you're not getting confused and hitting the wrong buttons whenever you're getting attacked and you need to use your building tools. Get comfortable with it. Make sure you know how to get to your stairs. Make sure you know how to get to your wall, your anything. Make sure you know how to get to it. Another thing I commonly see happening is people don't really know what items to take. I understand that. You see something purple, you see something orange, you see something blue, you're just like, this is obviously better. Obviously. Now, in some cases, you'll be correct. Like with the assault rifle, you'll be okay. Like the M16 to the SCAR, it goes up by rank. So obviously, the gray is the worst and the golden is the best. And they progressively get better as the colors continue to progress. But with most of the other ones, it's a lot different, and I don't know if you'll know why, but I'm sure you'll find out soon. Now, here's a picture of a graph that I made a little bit ago, but it's still 100% dead on. Like, seriously, there is nothing that's in this graph is not correct. Okay, so once you've mastered all of that, now you need to know how to hit your shots whenever you take them. Most of this comes with playing the game and, you know, having experience under your belt, which is unfortunate, but here are things that I, in fact, can tell you that will improve the way you play. Okay, what I see most common in new players to the games is that they stand and they move while they're shooting, which is the 100% least accurate way to fire your weapon. The best way to do it is to stop what you're doing and crouch, ADS, and fire. You can move sometimes, but the most accurate way you're going to hit your shots is if you crouch, ADS, and you fire. Don't stand and move forward while you shoot. That's a terrible idea. Don't do it. You'll miss your shots every time. Another thing I see happening is when you get shot, you instantly panic and you don't know what to do. This is what you do. You have to build. You have to build a wall. You need to spam your button to build, make sure they cannot fire at you, and once their magazine is totally done, the fight has reset. You can heal, and then he'll come at you with maybe some more bullets. It kind of depends on the player that you're facing. If he likes to fire at you, then he'll fire at you. But then just keep building and keep on using up all of his ammo, and I'm sure you'll win that fight. Okay, another thing that I don't want you to do is camp in a bush. Now, I don't really care. Whatever you've done, whatever you've heard, whatever your friends tell you, camping in a bush is not gonna get you better at the game. 100% not. In fact, your skill level will drastically decrease if you camp in a bush, because you're not doing anything, you're not practicing anything, and even if you're losing while you're attempting to do all the things that I'm telling you, you will eventually get better. And it's not that hard to do what I'm telling you, because you are obviously just starting off, or you're trying to get better. After all the tutorials you've heard, nothing's really helping you. Now, another thing I don't see enough is you being agile. You're not making it hard for them to shoot you. You're just sort of sitting there waiting for them to kill you. Don't do that. Make sure you are the hardest to hit possible. That will win you gunfights. If you are not building and you are standing still, firing at the guy, sometimes your bullets aren't gonna hit, you know? Sometimes you're just gonna miss every single one, which has unfortunately happened to Alpo and a lot of other people that I know. You just missing every single shot that you take. That's gonna happen. You can't be mad about that, but you need to know how to not die if that happens. Especially if you're shooting the guy in the back and you're like, oh, I got this, I got this, I got this. He can very well turn around and kill you, and it's not that hard. You only have 30 rounds in your magazine. That guy has enough time to build himself a base and have the high ground and have everything he needs to win a gunfight. You need to know how to not be shot whenever you're attacking someone. Jumping around, crouching and uncrouching, making it hard for them to hit your head, building, all of that is going to help you not get shot. Now, it's not like, oh yeah, man, just don't get shot, bro. Just like, no, you gotta practice. It's gonna be hard, but you have to practice what you're doing. It's gonna be hard. Trust me, I went through that entire phase of saying Fortnite is terrible. Fortnite is luck-based. Everything about this game is terrible. I've changed my mind. It's not really luck-based. It kinda is. Not really, though. I promise you, you will get better at the game. If you practice and practice and practice, I'm sure you'll start getting some more wins. I think that about wraps up for our first tutorial. I'm pretty sure I covered this from head to toe. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. Let me know. This is just for beginners, so I'm not going to go on to other things that you need to do. I will in the next tutorial. I appreciate you for watching. I hope you get better. Go out, practice. It's okay if you lose. I lost so many times before I got my first win. It's okay. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.